Alright. It's time. Now, where is that darn Seth video? We have to watch the previous one because we need context. We need context to what we are about to witness ourselves.
Hey people, Seth here. Recently,
Seth?
I've been playing the pinnacle of Japanese culture, a game called ELONA, and also realized there are no real reviews of ELONA, since the game is largely played by weebs and man-children, myself included. I felt this is a huge shame, because there's really nothing that comes close to the bizarre and wonderful world that is ELONA. ELONA is a turn-based roguelike RPG with a lot of sandbox elements. It's also completely fucking free, so go find and download.
Is that show even? I don't really care. I don't really care. It seems like Fujo bait to me, but this is ELONA. We're not talking about the other show.
Download the latest copy of ELONA Plus and play that shit because it's fun as fuck. I'll attach a direct link with everything you need in the video description.
Loser shit.
There's also usually a general discussion thread on JP, and the weebs there know far more about the game than me.
Goddamn. That's a lot of, man, that is ancient. That's almost like, what is that? I would say like 8 years? Almost 8? Yeah, roughly 8 years. Goddamn. Also, congrats, Anon. You get to decide which these lovely contestant wins the honor of being sandbagged in my little girl's prison / gene engineering / execution / playroom. Just know all contestants not picked will get the consolation prize of being disassembled into genes to be shoved into the little girl like all female NPCs before them. Now for our lovely contestants: younger sister Rebecca, young lady Elizabeth, dog sister Dorothy, cat sister Katie, and Alexis the nurse. Male. Place your votes now. And obviously the dog sister.
In terms of gameplay, ELONA operates on a very conventional design style for this genre. You control your character from a third-person perspective, move with buttons on the numpad, and use the entire keyboard
Todd Howard
to access different interaction menus. If you get a bit scared by that layout, ELONA also offers a little graphical context menu that allows you to access virtually every menu by just pressing Z, X, or C. And that's as much as the game gives you. As for the rest, it leaves you to figure that out for yourself. Would you like to be a brawny manlet dwarf fighter? Or a horrific mutant that grows an extra limb every few levels and can eventually swing 8 different axes at once?
Whoa!
Or a snail pianist who has to slowly sliver to his next concert while being crushed to death by his poor choice of profession? Or a literal suicide bomber who gives cities the sweet taste of nuclear annihilation? All these examples are possible, and that's why people keep coming back to the game, even continuing development after the original coders left for other projects.
Oh god.
Story. The game takes place in the land of North Tiris, which sometimes experiences unpleasant weather conditions in the form of ether wind. Ether wind is a mild gust of magical bullshit, side effects of which may include random mutations, malignancy, and the progression of ether disease, which is really just the first 2 examples mixed together with becoming a deformed abomination.
Oh god.
Since
yes, Etherwind, aka nuclear magic. It's literally nuclear.
The magical wind tumors are magical, everyone points the blame towards the elves. About time someone dealt with these knife-eared fucks. Anyway, everyone hates elves, but the ship you're on crashes, and elves help you recover, and then make you eat the corpse of a homeless person.
Of course! Goddamn elves.
After giving you a tutorial on the controls, they fuck off to give the king a message, then some shit happens, and I didn't really pay attention because it's all English bullshit.
English.
The story isn't the main focus of the game.
Yeah, who cares?
And thank God,
about the
because it's some
story?
typical anime plot, which can be summarized as this. Go very deep into Emperor Hirohito's crypt and keep Emperor Hirohito from rising from the underworld as he plans to reinstate imperialist Japan, and the Liberal Democrat Party of Japan is shitting their pants because after he consolidates power, he'll publicly execute the spineless cuckolds that took US money and sold their own country from under their feet.
Yeah, typical anime shit like that. Typical anime shit like that.
That's as much as I can review. The game is too weird to be held to standard criteria, so instead, I'll tell you some of my personal adventures and experiences to sell you on it.
Ooh.
As soon as you get out of the tutorial cave and enter the first town, you can choose a starting pet. The options are fairly standard: cat, dog, bear, or little girl.
A little girl! You can have a lolly as a pet. That's awesome.
Naturally, I chose a little girl. Sadly, my little girl drank from a dodgy well and got pregnant halfway through a dungeon escort mission. So I had to fend off monsters, fend off children coming out of my little girl while frantically looking through my inventory for something to abort the endless stream of fetuses. Luckily, I still had 2 bottles of sulfuric acid, the most effective way to terminate an
Drinking poison, potion of dying, drinking a potion of sulfuric acid. Eat cursed food that makes you vomit the baby. Drinking booze and vomiting. Drinking from a fountain or well and become poison.
Wanted alien pregnancy. Many quests in this game are randomly generated and lead to
and that's how you deal with a pregnancy.
A great deal of hilarity. I received a contract from a town guard who wanted me to get another villager's kiwi through fair means or foul. I found the citizen, offered to trade something for his kiwi, only to find that since the quest had been posted on the public notice board, the kiwi had rotted inside the man's inventory.
Oh no!
I traded for it anyway, and somehow this was still acceptable by the guard. I promptly received monetary compensation and extra karma, something that is very useful for not getting fucked by the authorities. Right after.
Wait, what is
something that is very useful for not getting fucked by.
That's the one lad. He didn't pay his telly license.
Right after that, the guard ate the fucking rotten kiwi and vomited. My karma sank lower than the amount I gained for doing the quest, as I was an accomplice to food poisoning.
Poison a rotten tangerine, the most deadly poison in the world.
Sometimes a villager will ask you to get something for their son's birthday, like a broken vase.
A bone. A fucking animal bone.
Garbage. A dangerous wand that could potentially maim your child, or just an actual piece of shit.
Shit. I want to give my kid shit as a birthday present. That's awesome.
The parental instinct in this game is great, as harming grown adults incurs a karma penalty and guard
What's that? Posting alphaphobic comments again?
Prevention, while attacking and killing a child carries no such repercussions, meaning that ELONA genuinely just borrows from the Greek school of ethics.
Children today are tyrants. They contradict their parents, gobble their food, and tyrannize their teachers. God damn, this can't get any more true, especially nowadays. God damn.
Where a child isn't legally a person unless you survive to the ripe old age of 13 and get to vote when they're 30. The same villager may then ask you to clear the woods of dangerous monsters, such as hermit crabs, unlicensed nurses, and unattended children.
Kill them all.
Some of the quests can even be completely rigged. I've had missions where you need to escort someone's family member safely to another town, only to discover that the family member in question is a trained kamikaze samurai. I didn't exactly know what that meant until I got ambushed by bandits during the escort. To defend his family's honor, the samurai instantly charged a pack of them and exploded, causing me to fail the quest, lose reputation, lose even more karma, and be instantly branded a criminal.
That's a bladed weapon, mate. Oh, I feel sorry for the Europeans. Well, kind of.
And if you're a criminal, life is hard. There's only one city in the game that'll take you, which is Durphy.
Oh no.
A place with no guards, but many, many prostitutes.
You
can complete quests here and attempt to raise your karma out of criminality. If only half of the quest givers were actually reachable. Half of the time, the shopkeepers will start openly fucking whores in front of you, blocking all conversation until they're finished. By the way, there's also a sanity mechanic in this game, which for some reason reduces your sanity after using a hooker. Maybe from the rampant herpes they carry, I don't know. In rare circumstances, this means that a citizen giving out a quest fucks a hooker, goes insane, and attempts to attack the hooker. However, being insane greatly lowers their stats, meaning the hooker nearly always wins the brawl and kills the citizen instead, preventing you from starting or completing a quest until they magically respawn days later, by which time the contract may have already expired and you get penalized with further karma penalties.
Jesus Christ, it's like you're doing a crime and then you just get sent to fucking, I don't know, what's a good analog for Durphy? Chicago or Florida. Yeah, like you just get sent to Florida. You just get sent to Florida or LA. You know what? There you go. LA. It's like you do a crime, you get arrested, you lose karma, and then all you can do is just move to LA.
After much hardship, I thought there must be a safer way to make money. So I took to performing music for tips. Getting tips, however, requires that you finish your performance, which is really hard when, midway, someone decides they don't like your performance and throw a fucking rock in your face. Half of the time, this is done by guards.
Wow, of course it's the frickin' guards. Of course it's the fucking guards. No respect to performers. Then again, performers deserve no respect.
Because killing terrible musicians isn't a crime in ELONA. On the other hand, everything is a crime if it's done by you. I learned later how to pickpocket, but as my skill level was very low, wanted to practice on something easy, like piles of clothing or trees.
Trees?
Yes, you can pickpocket a tree and steal it
just pickpocket a
from
tree.
the forest.
You steal a tree.
Then, as I'm peacefully uprooting trees in the woods, a fucking ghost flies past and calls for the guards to arrest.
A fucking ghost?
Arrest me. Even in the depths of a wilderness, if a hideous abomination lurking the underbrush sees you pilfering a chestnut, they'll make sure the authorities know about your wicked sins.
Fucking snitches.
It did pay off in the
even in death, they're a snitch. God damn.
end, though. Did you know you can steal from monsters? Furthermore, did you know you can steal the arm off a mecha and prevent him from fighting back? Allowing you to potentially kill the level 30 monster and level up several dozen times?
Nice.
It's true.
Awesome.
Just don't let him catch you in the act, or the fantasy popo will have a word with you.
Of course.
Raising skills requires you to spend quest rewards, but raising attributes is a bit more complex. It's a slower process, since the gains are exponentially better. One of the hardest to raise is charisma, as it directly allows you to have more followers, servants, and adventurers in your party. That is, unless you eat engagement rings. You heard me right? Engagement rings. Any item that has an inherent attribute bonus on it, like engagement rings which give 5 extra charisma, will in theory give you those attributes if you somehow eat them. So, you stack a lot of scrolls of inferior material and degrade that metal ring repeatedly until it turns to paper, then into cloth, then into fucking meat, and guzzle on that shit.
Into meat.
After swallowing enough meat rings, you'll be utterly irresistible. Even as I was writing this review, Halloween came around in ELONA. So trick-or-treaters came to my house dressed as skeletons and asked me if I want a trick-or-treat. I asked for a treat, so they called the cops.
Of course. I mean, telling a kid that you're gonna give them a treat That's really sus. What, are you gonna give him a cupcake or something?
Some days later, more skeletons came around and asked me the same question. I picked Trick. So they Molotoved my fucking house and burnt down my bed.
Wow.
Fuck those kids. The
Fuck
karma
them
loss
kids.
is a small price to pay for their screams. And that's only some of the
Fuck those
crazy
kids.
shit that's
Kill
happened to me.
them.
ELONA is a game that
Little
keeps on
shits.
giving. Much like chlamydia, it also satisfies your JRPG grinding itch. Much unlike chlamydia, the burning of which will only get more intense as you ignore the symptoms and avoid seeing your local GP. It is
Yeah.
very Japanese,
Yeah.
so you can either do interesting things and explore the world, or autistically grind your stats and skills to the point where you can kill God. And then the
That's why
God
Nietzsche
inside that
and
God.
Weebs love this game. After killing God, no one can bully me anymore. How euphoric. How euphoric. But yeah, you could just do the main story, or you could just keep fucking around. And yeah, it is very Japanese. You can tell it's extremely Japanese because they actually fucking hate kids. Because they hate kids.
Japan. ELONA is a
Japan,
game that
everyone.
defies description
I love
and
them.
shits on convention. A game where you can
Nice.
marry your own dog, genetically engineer a
Nice.
child to have more feet so they can wear 2 pairs of shoes,
Wow.
or kill a dragon by throwing alcohol at it until it's too drunk to defend itself.
The
It's really an
nerds.
experience, and I can't say anything more than go and give it a spin and see if you like it. As always,
Nice.
hope you enjoyed the review.
I did.
More videos coming soon, and remember, everybody loves Shayna's ass.
Everybody loves Shayna's ass. Shayna's ass is the best. It's a woman. It's an elderly woman thinks this too. That's how you know how good Shayna's ass is. That's how you know it's good. But yeah, let's check the comments, of course. Such a classic. They nerfed alcohol because you could kill God by making her drink beer until she vomited to death. That's awesome. That is so awesome. You know a game is good when the dev team abandons the entire game and players themselves continue developing. That's very awesome. A dangerous wand that could potentially maim your child? Just about 1,032 gold. But a piece of shit, 2,073 gold. Nice. It's like Dungeons and Dragons if your dungeon master doesn't give a shit. You can pickpocket a tree and steal it from a forest. That's awesome. But yeah, I really need to play this game. It's and its sequel, which we'll get to. Just throw alcohol until it's too drunk to fight back. That's awesome. That is very Japanese, down to the antinatalism. That's very awesome. That's fucking awesome.